Hey everybody, welcome back to another review. Today I am talking about, and hold on, I've opened Google for this. Anweshippin Kandethum. That's right, I don't know if I pronounced that well. I think I've not. All my Malayali fans, I don't have Malayali fans, all my Malayali viewers, please correct me in the comments, right? I would be very happy if you do. But this is a 2024 thriller slash drama and it stars Tovino Thomas, who I have seen before. I can't tell you which movie because I don't remember, but I have seen him before. But yeah, he basically stars as the lead cop in this film, and it's basically like an investigative movie, right? Now, Malayalam film industry known to be one of the best. I have not tapped into it yet. I know there's a lot of potential I've not watched yet. Very excited to get into it eventually. But let's talk about Anweshippin Kandethum, right? I think it's a great film. Now, I'm immediately gonna bring up my criticisms because criticisms. I'm immediately gonna bring up what I didn't like about the movie because I think it's very I would say it's personalized. I don't think everyone will agree with me. I do think that the movie suffers from a bit of oversimplicity, which is ironic because the last video I recorded was for Maharaja, where I said simplicity is good. But in this movie, I would say it's a very straightforward film, right? And I feel like I said, not every film needs to have a big twist or a big reveal which you're like, oh my god. Even though this movie does have a twist in the end, but I would say it's a very straightforward investigative film. I like how it deals more with the process of investigation rather than the dramatics, which, again, that's just my personal opinion. I don't think it's good or bad or anything like that, but I just thought I'd bring that up. But yeah, I think Tovino Thomas is doing a great job as the lead actor. His entire team is doing a great job. The acting in this film is really good. And it's not the best acting. It's not like, oh my god, this is what a performance is like. But considering the state of Indian movies, at least Bollywood in this case, the acting here is good. It's like natural. And for me, natural acting is still better than bad acting, right? So I think this movie is great. I do like, and I was taken aback by this, how this movie deals with two cases, which maybe I'm not seen enough cop flicks, but I usually a movie is focused around one case, right? That's the entire movie. I like that this movie doesn't spend the entire 2.5 hours just focusing on a single case. Like there's a case, an event happens, and then it's moving on to the next case. And I honestly really appreciate that, right? I think it was great. I think Tovino Thomas is a very interesting actor. I have seen him act before, but this was the first time I watched a full movie of his. I think he's a very interesting actor, and I'm actually curious to kind of get into his filmography a little. I don't know what kind of movies he does. I know he's famous, obviously. Just because I've not heard of him doesn't mean he's not famous, right? I know he's famous, and I know he's been in the industry for a while, but something about his acting style just made me feel like I kind of like this. And I do want to explore more. If you guys have any recommendations, be sure to let me know in the comments because I'd love to watch more of him, right? But me, genuinely speaking, I actually enjoyed this movie. I thought it was quite interesting. I thought it was good. Again, like I said, it kind of suffers from oversimplicity to the point where it's too straightforward, but it's still a decent film, right? If I had to really rate this film, I would say it's a 7 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's the worst ever, but I would say it's pretty damn good, right? It's decent, is what I'd like to say. I wouldn't say 6 because the way my rating works is anything decent enough to watch is a 7. Would I recommend this to people? No, right? I feel like at points it can feel like it's a slow burn, right? It can feel like it's kind of there, and even the final twist I feel like kind of was it was kind of an asshole. Like I don't know, maybe I have to rewatch it, but the signs weren't really there for the twist to be revealed, which I don't really appreciate when there's like a twist just for the sake of shock value, right? It just makes it feel like you kind of did that but without adding some foreshadowing or build up to it, so it kind of feels like, well, what the fuck. But then again, maybe that's just me not paying attention enough or something. I highly doubt it, but maybe I should just rewatch it. You guys can let me know. But in general, like I said, the main thing which I took out of this movie was how straightforward it was and how that kind of starts hurting the movie towards the second half, right? But in general, I think it's still a decent film. I would not recommend it, if I'm being very honest. I wouldn't tell people go ahead and watch it. It's like a really good film, like, oh, the best cop flick you'll see. No, it's not one of those. But a decent film is still a film which is worth exploring. And because of this, I'm actually curious about Tovino Thomas, so it doesn't have to be like a blockbuster or like a critically acclaimed film for you to get into actors. But yeah, I don't have any more thoughts on this film. Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. I am excited to see more of Tovino Thomas eventually. And just in general, usually Malayalam films leave you wanting more, right? So I think this is kind of in one of those where it's like, okay, I kind of want to explore this industry more. But other than that, that's all I wanted to say for this movie. Would I recommend you to watch it? I would say no. If you have already watched it, welcome to the club. We're all fans. But if you've not, maybe watch better cop movies out there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.